This is UK Grim, put in the bin.
You wear a lot of Viva t-shirts as well?
I do. I try. Yeah. I mean, I don't overwear them. I try and like wear a different tee all the time for every show. So yeah. But I thought we're quite apt tonight. Bristol's a big vegan city as well, isn't it? So.
Are there a lot of different charities and causes that you really care about? So.
Yeah, I've done a bit of pioneering before. Donate to some of them. There's a guy in America. I forget his name now. He's got a sanctuary basically. I mean, there's too many. It's very difficult. But yeah, the social media thing as well. It's quite difficult. For a while I was like posting quite a lot of stuff on there, but it kind of felt weird with like the band and doing that, So because a lot of people don't like it. You'll post something and all of a sudden 200 people unfollow you, and it's kind of quite weird, So, but I just end up liking a lot of stuff because of who we are. People are looking at your profile, they're looking at what you're liking, and I feel like it's kind of enough. I know it's not enough, but I'm not on social media to do that. I support a lot of people that are on there, and what they do, and it's kind of, I think you need to be a bit sort of real about it, where you sort of sit with it,
It's hard. I mean, with obviously with the band, I mean, where you stand. It's pretty easy to hear that in the music itself. You don't need to.
Yeah, sure, yeah. I mean, it's not. It's not about world issues largely. What Jason talks about is his own experiences and low-paid work and stuff like that. But the world's changed. I turned vegan in 2017, and I think before I started Sleaford Mods, I was skint. I was unemployed. I was like completely I didn't exist. And I think for people like that, why would you go vegan? Why would you do anything? You don't really feel like you're contributing. That's how I felt anyway. I know there's plenty of unemployed vegans around, but it's changed. The world's changed, hasn't it, since I would say 2017. Yeah.
What was the thing that made you first think, I want to go vegan? What was?
Initially, I have to say, it was kind of health things. People like Dr. Greger, nutrition.org, and then watching the Netflix documentaries. I think for the first couple of years it was environmental things and kind of a selfish sort of health perspective, and what the health and those documentaries. But now it's, I just think it's, I kind of got to this point where a little voice in my head was going, it's kind of, really it's just cruel. You know what I mean? You're saying this and you're saying that, but I think it's important to have every reason, to do it. I do find it tough. I've followed so many things on Twitter, for example. So sometimes I'll get up in the morning and go on Twitter, and it's really graphic, everything that I'm looking at, and some days you just can't stomach looking at it, and it's quite weird to click like on some graphic images of what they're doing to pigs or cows or something.
Video from around today, and it was like, oh, great work.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? It's very difficult, isn't it? To just be in that place, you go, well, I'll click like on it because someone will see it and it'll make them think about it, and obviously you do have days where you feel like that, but it's tricky, it's like you have to think it through, because ultimately people like Joey Carbstrong, is another person that was really influential in making me think about the cruelty aspect, and it's important to support these people, who are on the front line, as it were, pushing the concept,
It helps. I mean, every little bit does help with people, even that exposure, we're like, hang on, is that one of our t-shirts?
Absolutely, yeah. If it gets people talking about it, it's a good thing. But I think it's important to get it to a more positive place as well, because it is so graphic and not really a fun topic,
Yeah, I mean, did you see Hogwarts?
Absolutely, yeah, really grim, and that's the kind of thing that people don't want to think about. That's closer to home, isn't it?
UK pig farming and
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, no.
did you ever go like vegetarian first? Or?
No, I mean, it's weird because I was vegetarian back in the old days, when I was a Smiths fan when I was 16, and everybody's vegetarian, and I think that once I kind of like went out into the world, it kind of fell by the wayside. But then the first partner I had, he was vegetarian, so I was basically vegetarian then by default, But yeah, it's that conscious thing, isn't it? Everybody cares. Everybody knows, the industry's out of control. There's too much of it. There's loads of people are flexitarian, but without you make that connection, you're not gonna consciously, decide not to do it. Lots of people will eat vegan, But it just and it's not much, but it is a lot, in some ways. You got to make that extra little bit of effort to go. Okay, well, like when I'm on tour, I'll get to the hotel and I'll just Google vegan, and then I don't want to have to walk very far. So, but I prefer to go somewhere that's completely vegan. Partly just because if I'm in Paris or somewhere cool, it's cool to go somewhere, but just so I can relax and I can order. I could have mayo and I haven't got to quiz everything, you know what I mean? France is somewhere that I've really sort of been down on quite a lot, with its gastronomy. But this time we have Bordeaux, Nantes and Paris, and it was really different. They really seem to start to respond to it, because they're really not into doing fake meats and things like Beyond Meat. They do really healthy food. So they're really starting to work around that and offer really good, tasty food,
France has always been hard.
The thing is butter mainly. Everything's in butter, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Even the butter's in butter. It's just like.
But I'm glad I'm glad it's changing. Where put it in that's got the best vegan food?
Yeah, I mean the thing is when it's good, it's the same as anyway. Do you know what I mean? It's we're usually somewhere. This tour, particularly this year, we've been sort of quite central. City central, and where there's a lot of restaurants, there's a huge response to veganism. There's a lot of vegan restaurants there. There's one thing that's kind of a bit funny. I think when you get the opposite, you get these pro meat places. Which is that's a good sign. That means there's really good vegan places nearby, because these people are like, what's this shit? Do you know what I mean?
No, that's true. Yeah, it's starting to get their backs under it.
Yeah, it's like that's for the hardcore meat eaters. So which is good. It's right. If people haven't got a problem with it at all, then I don't know. I mean, not that there should be somewhere for them to go, but I'd like to open a lion's mane steakhouse. When they make lion's mane, they make it look just like steak. I ordered some a while ago, to order loads from this place, and we were living off mushrooms all week basically, and because that's a.
It's a bit of a superfood that I was reading something about it, and it was saying that they put it into pill form.
Yeah. Immunity as well. Ergothioneine. I was reading. Dr. Gregor was going on about that, which is it's good for immunity, and you can only get it from mushrooms. You can't get it from vegetables or meat.